So, by the time I finish college, I'm gonna be tens of thousands of dollars in debt. So, I have a plan to avoid that. Have you ever heard of a sugar baby?
A sugar baby?
Don't laugh. There are women who find men to pay their bills and buy them things. You just have to go on dates and hang out with them.
In the United States, student debt is close to topping $1.7 trillion, with more than 44 million Americans living with student debt. The topic became a big part of the Democratic primaries.
We are going to cancel all student debt in this country.
And student debt has prompted some to take unconventional measures.
The average sugar baby receives about $3,000 in monthly allowances.
Sugar babies are even the subject of rom-coms, like this one called The New Romantic.
I have made $67,000 in gifts. Am I a prostitute? No. A gold digger? Maybe.
The sugar baby.
I don't know if that's a good idea, Scarlett.
It's good money.
You overhear a young woman laying out the controversial plan she has to help secure her future.
Otherwise, I might have to drop out. So, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do for some extra money.
What would you do? It's lunchtime at the Jefferson Diner, and this father is out with his teenage son.
Look, I know that this is like a scary thing, but I just like it would mean a lot for me.
Even scarier than the idea of you being a sugar baby.
They're listening as our co-ed lays out her plan to pay for her education.
I don't have any job. I don't have any income. I need this. I have to do this. And it would mean a lot for me if he would just support my decision.
He stays quiet throughout his meal, but on his way out,
you really need to re-examine your life choices. Seriously. That's not viable.
we catch up with him.
I have a real issue with it. I'm a father that has 3 daughters. I'm dumbfounded in this day and age that a woman would allow that. You're a woman. There's more empowerment for you, especially in the workforce. So use your brains.
We're rolling again, and now Scarlett storms away.
And this young woman joins the conversation.
I've known a few people who have done that. It's just like paid company.
If you needed the money for tuition, would you do it?
If you needed money to pay your tuition, though, would you do it?
I couldn't do it, but like, I don't know. I guess to each their own in a way. I personally feel like for myself, I couldn't judge a friend doing that, but I would express that like I am concerned and I wanted to like text me her location, you know, like tell me the name of the person she's with, like keep me updated and stuff.
Wow, pretty interesting.
Like at least have the comfort of knowing she's doing it like in a safe way, but she won't get hurt.
Safety is also a core concern for these parents.
Our daughter's 38, and the times have changed a lot, but I don't know. It's frightening.
Sounds like prostitution.
And sometimes if your employer finds out what you did before, that could be the end of your career.
Next, we meet this woman out with her girlfriends.
Scarlett, you are selling your body to pay for your tuition. That's weird.
That's selling my...
Go, girl.
And she surprises us with her take.
She's trying to become a sugar baby.
I got what you're saying. I have heard of that. Because there are men wealthy that just want a companion. They just want someone to go out to dinner with. Listen, don't get me wrong. She's probably going to get propositioned. That's her choice. But they are people that just want to take care of somebody. I don't see anything really wrong with that as long as you know what your limitations are. You can even have a contract written up at the end. I've seen that done too.
What if they want sex?
But what if they do want sex?
That's what she says. The contract says no. And he's got to look for somebody else. Or you charge him another $10,000. That's your choice.
I'm surprised you're supporting it.
Thank you.
She's not
Thank you,
trying to
guys.
raise money to go on a cruise. She's trying to raise money to give herself an education, have a good start in life.
But do her friends agree?
And what do you guys think?
How old are you?
19.
If we could have done our lives over again, I would have done that in a heartbeat. In a freaking heartbeat. I would have done it in a heartbeat. You know.
Wow, this is pretty amazing, huh?
She's uneasy about Scarlett's plan, but she has another idea that most people would find out of the ordinary.
Honestly, you know what I think we should do? Instead of doing that, Oh, you strip club. Stay in.
Yeah.
More safer.
You think?
Yeah.
Because they have people around you.
Should I tell my parents?
If you're doing that, yes.
I don't know why.
What if something happens?
If she's going the other room,
Parents should know.
if I were you, to the parents, I would like a friend that you can trust.
Hello, ladies. How are you?
Oh,
John Quinones.
oh my God, how are you?
Good to meet you.
Oh my God. Listen, you know what? It is what it is. There are legitimate people out there that just are looking for companions. Do you have to be careful? Absolutely.
What did you think?
I was afraid for her.
Would you do it?
No. I wouldn't do it.
What's the moral of the story here?
The moral of the story is there's a lot of ways to make money to help people indirectly and directly, as long as you're careful, safe, and smart.
All right, let's go.
We're rolling one last time.
Scarlett, do you want to tell them what you were thinking about doing instead?
No, I don't.
What would you think about doing instead?
It's basically she's trying to like do the sugar daddy thing.
And this diner doesn't think Scarlett's sugar baby plan is all that sweet.
You may think you're doing something and it goes towards tuition. 95% of the people that do this, guess what they never do? Spend the money on tuition. Because the money starts getting good. And what they think they have, they spend it elsewhere. And they live in this limelight.
Great, this is good. This is really good.
So he tries to offer her some alternatives.
But as a career counselor for 15 years, I tell you this, there's plenty of ways out there to pay. You got all kinds of scholarships opportunities out there.
Yeah.
You got all kinds of grants out there. You can come out of school debt free.
See, it's not just me that thinks about that.
But he's not done yet. He joins our actors at their table with just one more bit of advice.
My whole motto to all my kids has always been this. If you go out in life and you do something, ask yourself this question. Would I do it if my daddy was here? Don't take a quick buck, because a quick buck, every dollar that you have today, 9 times out of 10 that dollar is spent before you even put it in your pocket or purse.
Time to say hello.
Uh-oh. Somebody coming in.
How you doing, man?
Uh-oh.
I'm John Quinones.
I know this face.
Oh, boy. Why was it so important that you say something?
It's important to know that you don't have to do all these things to get where you want to get in life. My advice to her is to think about what you do before you do it, because you can have everlasting consequences.
Hi guys, John Quinones here. Thanks so much for checking out our YouTube channel. There's so much more to see. So click on this red button down here, the one that says subscribe, and you won't miss another What Would You Do moment. Enjoy.